President Bola Tinubu has conferred a posthumous national honor of Commander of the Federal Republic, CFR, on the late Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Taoreed Lagbaja. Tinubu announced the honor at the burial of Lagbaja at the National Military Cemetery, Abuja, for his bravery, loyalty, and service to the nation.
As an eternal symbol of our appreciation, I've granted late Chief of Army Staff the posthumous national honor of Commander of the Federal Republic of Niger, CFR.
The president said Lagbaja had a clear understanding of securing and defending the country, its people, and their hard-won constitutional democracy.
A general and officer who symbolized the best of his profession and whose commitment to the nation he loved was singular and undiluted. For me, he was a trusted advisor whose formidable intellect and breadth of knowledge served this nation well. More than that, he was also a man of prudent action who cared more for his nation and for those who served under him.
Minister of Defense Alhaji Muhammad Badaru said Lagbaja embodied the core values of soldiering and served Nigeria without reservation for over 30 years.
General Lagbaja was not only a courageous soldier, but also an inspiring leader who led from the front, exemplifying steadfast dedication to service of our nation. His commitment was unwavering, and he will be deeply missed by a grateful nation and the entire armed forces of Nigeria. His distinguished career reflects the highest standards of military honor, professionalism, and bravery, a true patriot who embodied the core values of soldiering and served Nigeria without reservation for over 30 years. In his final days, he fought his own battle, but we could not save him from the grasp of fate. We are reminded that life and death are ultimately in the hands of our Maker.
Chief of Defense Staff General Christopher Musa appealed to officers and men of the armed forces to recommit themselves to the task of defeating the nation's enemies, the ideals that the late Lagbaja stood for.
To my fellow officers and men, let us use this moment to recommit ourselves to the ideals to which General Lagbaja stood for. Let us ensure that his sacrifice and service continue to guide our steps as we defend this great nation. We're going to use his passing away to resolve further to defeat all enemies of the state, wherever they are, whether within or outside.
Musa assured the deceased family of the military's support, urging them to take solace in knowing that Lagbaja lived a life of purpose and left behind a legacy that would never fade.
To the family of General Lagbaja, we extend our deepest condolences. We assure you he is gone, but we are here. We will not leave you alone. We know your loss is immeasurable, but please take solace in knowing that he lived a life of purpose and left behind a legacy that will never fade.